So today we are looking at the competition task catalogue and to give a brief overview of what tasks you can choose to attempt at the competition. Just to note, this is an overview of the full championship task catalogue. However, if you're entering into the club pilot class, these tasks will be very similar, but they'll be on a much smaller scale, and you'll have a mentor there to guide you through how to plan and execute that task. So just as a real quick recap, the British Open takes place over a 10,000 km squared ordnance survey map that has pre-described tasks on that map with a load of turn points across it as well for collecting bonus points. Pilots are given a maximum amount of flying hours they can do in a day, and it's up to them to choose which task they want to attempt. So without further ado, let's get into the first task.
The precision curve navigation task requires the pilot to fly a pre-described course between 2 points marked within the main competition map without deviating from the width of a defined corridor, usually about 250 meters wide. This task is scored by hidden gates placed at unknown points along the course, so it's within your interest to stay directly on course to make sure you claim maximum points. Each hidden gate passed correctly earns you 5 points. The precision navigation with declared speed task requires the pilot to fly a pre-described course between 2 or more turn points, declaring the time of arrival at each turn point in seconds from the start point of the track. Additionally, hidden gates are placed along the course within a 250 meter wide corridor, much like the precision curve navigation task, to earn extra points. Pilots intending to attempt this task must submit their time declaration sheets to marshals before their first takeoff from the airfield. This task is scored relative to how accurate you were to your submitted time of arrival at each point on the route. At each timing point, if you're within 10 seconds of the declared time, that's 4 points. Within 20 seconds of the declared time, 3 points. Within 30 seconds of the declared time, that's 2 points. Anything past 30 seconds difference from the declared time, 0 points. Additionally, each hidden gate passed correctly along the route will score 2 points. The precision navigation with constant speed task requires the pilot to fly a pre-described course between 2 or more turn points at constant speed on each leg. This task is scored once again by utilising hidden timing gates that are placed at points unknown to the pilot along the course. For each hidden gate, a time of arrival is calculated from the pilot's expected time of arrival at the next turn point in the course. If you are within 10 seconds of the target time, that's 4 points. Within 20 seconds of the target time, 3 points. Within 30 seconds of the target time, that's 2 points. Anything over 30 seconds difference from the target time, that's 0 points. This task is intended to allow pilots to gain bonus points by flying through any of the 100 turn points that are littered over the competition area whilst en route to and from the other navigation tasks. Turn point score weightings vary between 1 and 3 points according to their distance from the airfield. Turn points marked with 1 ring are worth 1 point, 2 rings 2 points, and 3 rings 3 points. Each turn point passed a second or more times in the air will score 1 point, only if a minimum of 3 additional turn points have been crossed since the previous crossing. This limitation applies across the duration of the competition. The turn point hunt with limited fuel task is flown as per the turn point hunt task, with the exception of an imposed maximum amount of fuel to be used within a given time period of the championship. Depending on the amount of flying achievable within this given time period, fuel is typically limited between 5 and 10 litres. When this task is set, all other tasks are deactivated for the period of this task. For this task, turn points score double their normal point value, ranging between 2 and 6 points according to their distance from the airfield. When this task is set, all turn points are returned to their original value, regardless of whether or not a pilot has crossed them during a previous task of the competition. Each turn point passed correctly in the air for the first time will score its full point value. Each turn point passed a second or more times in the air will score 2 points only if a minimum of 3 additional turn points have been crossed since the previous crossing within this task. The pure economy task requires pilots to take off with a measured quantity of fuel and stay airborne for as long as possible using efficient trim settings, throttle control and thermals, and then return to the airfield without landing out. When this task is set, all other tasks except the turn point hunt are deactivated for the period of this task. This task score is calculated upon the individual's time against the longest time achieved using this formula. N times TP divided by T max. N is a points multiplier that is defined at the briefing. This will vary between 20 and 40 points. TP is the pilot's time, and T max is the longest time taken to complete the task. For example, if the points multiplier was set at 20 points and it took you 80 minutes to complete the task, but the best pilot achieved 100 minutes, you would earn 16 points. The spot landing task requires the pilot to circle the airfield at a minimum height of 500 feet, and when given a green flag by marshals, they should pass directly over the target, cut their engine, and try to make a first touch as near as possible to the centre of the target. A bullseye will earn you 10 points, the inner ring will earn you 8 points, the second ring will earn you 6 points, and the outer ring will earn you 4 points. The bowling landing task requires the pilot to circle the airfield at a minimum height of 500 feet, and when given a green flag by marshals, they should pass directly over the target, cut their engine, and try to hit as many pins as possible before touching the ground. Each pin successfully knocked over is worth 2 points.
So that's a real brief run through of the competition task. If you want a more detailed version of that, I will leave a link to the actual task catalogue down in the description below, so please do go and check that out. If you like the video, do give it a thumbs up and share it with anyone who you think will be interested in a competition. And in the next video, I will be talking through the 5 things that I learned from my first Paramotor competition. I hope to see you all there, and I hope to see many more of you at the competitions in the future.